It's a little behind the scenes. You are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome back to Truth Quest. Truth Quest. My name is Aaron Moriarity. I will be your host, and we're going to go on a quest for truth together. And today, friends, we're going to do an unboxing. All right? Does that sound like fun? I mentioned in a message yesterday that I got my graphic novel, the Corey Goode graphic novel. And first, I'm going to share this out. I hope you don't mind. I'm going to share this out so that everybody knows that we're here, because we went a little late today. Sorry about that. And hello, Mad Pogue and Operation Shutdown. Welcome to the program. Copy. And then we have to paste it over in. No, we don't. We just hit the share button. Silly me. So Mad Pogue was here before the show started. Now, that's interesting. I got to figure this whole thing out somehow. It's wild. It's wild, friends. And I don't have my normal. I'm not in the spaceship. I'm at an undisclosed location somewhere on the third rock from the sun. Somewhere. We don't know where. We're not quite sure where. Somewhere. Oh. Okay. Hello, Catherine Weiss. Hello, Ann Adams. And Operation Shutdown. Yeah, you hope this. Okay, I gotta get back over here so I can put these up on the program here. Mad Poke finally got a set reminder link in advance. Really? I don't think I put anything out. Maybe it's automatic. I don't know. I'm confused. Old school background. Yes, this is my. I had to, because just before I started the show, I held up the box and you couldn't see it because the darn green screen was giving me a real hard time. So we're back to the nostalgic background. I kind of threw it back together. Probably needs some dusting. But anyway. Yeah. And Operation Shutdown. And Catherine. And hello, Catherine. Good friend of the program. And, oops, I meant to do this one. Hello, Ann Adams. Welcome to the program. Yeah. Oh, you got a reminder too? Oh my. Wow. Well, maybe my mods are working overtime, or maybe it's just something that StreamYard does. I don't know, or something. Well, good. I'm glad that people are being reminded. That's always a lot of fun. I just can't get used to this. I got this package in the mail the other day. Here it is. There it is. This is the graphic novel. And now, friends, this came the other day. It was snowing. And they just put it outside. Okay, this is like, it's not plastic coated, Luckily, I saw it. I didn't hear them. must be like a ninja delivering the mail because I couldn't hear him. And luckily, I got it before it was under a snowbank and maybe soaking wet. So I don't know. So we're going to open this up and we're going to see what's inside. We're going to use our little X-Acto knife. So, okay. It's kind of a unique packaging. Okay, I'm just going to slit it on the top here. You can see that. I've never really done an unboxing before, so I'm not sure how to do them. Can you see? I don't want to cut myself either. All right. All right, here we go. Right down the middle. Don't want to cut the book. I don't think it was very straight. All right. Always cut away from yourself. Never cut towards yourself except for right now. Do not try this at home. Okay. I'm done with the knife. I retracted it. Okay. So now it's not going to hurt anybody. Okay, here we go. We're going to open this up. What's inside here? We need more light. Oh, some more cardboard. That's a nice piece of cardboard. Okay, there. We'll take this box shell away. And now we got this. And there it is. Look at this, folks. Oh my goodness. Oops. I think I almost doxed myself. Okay. There. I'm going to take it out of the plastic. Here's my address on there. Use the X-Acto knife again. Okay, so I'm just going to slice it along the side here. Retracted it again. Cut through. Cut it again. Never cut towards yourself. Always cut away and retract it every single time. Make sure it's not somewhere where young kids can get at it. And okay, I get this out. It comes kind of wrapped on this stiffener board. And we're going to take it out. Look at this. Oh my goodness, look at this. That's Steve Cefalo's art, friends. Check this out. And friends, we one nice thing to do, and I'm going to do it too, is go on to Amazon and give him as many stars as they will allow you to give him. Okay? For this fantastic graphic novel. I mean, look at that. These are truly portraits. This is not just a stylized comic. Look at this. That is an awesome picture of the blue avian right there. Wow. Look at that. Wow. Interesting. Wow. This thing it's thick, friends. Look how thick this is. Okay, we're gonna just look at that. Look at this. Wow. Okay. David Kalbeitzer, producer. Richard Ashley Hamilton, writer. Corey Goode, creator. All right. You see that? If you can see it, then I can't see it. Okay. Steve Cefalo, lead artist. Yeah, he did most of the art in here. Jacqueline Glatz, she was on the program as well, background artist. Clem Robbins, letterer. Michael Waskowski, editor. Henry Darnell, 3D modeler. Ruben Mangos Jr., graphic artist. And Valerie Llaneros. Interesting. Okay, look at that. And it's Disclosure Comics. Disclosure Comics. Oh, so cool. This is awesome, friends. And here is really the first page of the graphic novel. Look at this. Wow. The Avians, an ancient guardian race of angelic beings, normally existing beyond. I'll hold this up so you can see it. Can you see it? You can't see it. Normally existing beyond the limitations of space and time, the blue avians appear to key individuals in order to gently guide humanity to an enlightened timeline. Interesting. And it starts off when he's just a kid. See? He's just a kid. And he's being coaxed outside. He's being coaxed outside. This is epic. This is awesome. I'm just gonna like peel through this. Let me see. We need more light on this, huh? That here. Is that better? Look at this. Look at how beautiful this is. Look at these paintings. You know, it sort of reminds me of the old heavy metal magazines, graphic novels. Very realistic. Awesome effects. Look at this. This is incredible. It's unbelievable, friends. I encourage you all to go out and get one of these things. This is the collector's edition. Look at that. With the Steve Cefalo cover. I don't think they're offering this one anymore. They're offering the same one, but with a different cover. Look at this thing. It's so incredible. Oh, there's the one of the Mayan ships, which they say is made out of stone. It looks like it's stone. And all of their technology is like stone, but it has like built-in technology embedded into the stone. So cool. And they left the planet here to go back to their other home, I guess. And they're very good at helping people with trauma. They can help you if you have like severe depression or PTSD. They have really excelled in that field. So when this planet gets united from the Dracos, look at those. Those are like werewolf type characters. Look at that. Look at that. Wild. Whoa. Looks like Bigfoot. Bigfoot. Look at that. And there's Emmy. He's that very joyous extraterrestrial, super, super advanced, always joyous. Oh man, I forgot I'm doing a show here. This is incredible. This is incredible. Look at this. Page after page of masterpieces. Look at this. Oh, here's the blue avian. Here's some more pictures of the blue avian. Now, one of the reasons that the blue avians aren't showing themselves anymore is because people were like praying to them or trying to conjure them, and they don't want that. They don't want to be worshipped like God if they're not gods. They're high density beings, so high that they don't need a body. They chose the blue avian form. They could have come as anything. Look at this. Look at this stuff, friends. I mean, this is incredible. So I'm just blown away by this, friends. Oh, wow. Check it out. Incredible. So let's all run over to Amazon and give as many. Hello, Dark Brain. Welcome to the program. And Mud Rabbit. Oh, I have not been paying attention. And Austin Morris. And Maddie. Good to see you. And Ralph, he's in the States. And he's got a green electric bike. There he is. Oh, here it is. There's. Thank you very much, Mud Rabbit. You are incredible. All of our mods rock so much. Yes, the artwork is outstanding. It's it's incredible. I should just put it up here and just have it here the whole time, and I'll just talk. Yeah, it's 120 pages. It took like 4 years, and they had to stop and start all over again at one point a couple of years ago. So it's all been redone, and it's just incredible. And they're going to take this. They have other comics too on the way they're working on. They're going to take this. It's like a storyboard to TV show people, movies, and they're going to get some. They're already talking to people, so watch for that. It's an exciting story, and I'm just very proud of Corey for getting that out. It's really going to affect the mass consciousness, because they're bringing the the really the law of one, that we're all one, and to be more service to others than service to self, to try to do something nice for everyone every day. And there it is. Yeah. Ascension Chronicles, Spheres of Influence, Collector's Edition. Yeah, I don't think you can get the Collector's Edition anymore, but you still can get the same book, but just has a different cover, I believe. Yeah. So go out and grab one. Hello, James Rohrback. Oh, yeah, the likes. I got number 17. Woohoo! I got 17. That's my lucky number. And I'm awfully happy about that. Awfully happy about that. Alrighty then. Yes, Dark Brain. Ralph is in the US of A, or at least he was a couple days ago. Yep. There will have to be a sequel. Yes, we're already working on the next part. This just only partially tells the story. So yes, that's a good number, James. It surely is. In fact, it reminds me of something. It reminds me of something. This is one of the things it reminds me of. John Solomon tweeted out C. Okay. D-class pre or post IG report. Comey in brackets, in bold in brackets. Pre or post IG report. C comes before D. Q. So a warrior is the protector of his family and those in need. A warrior is the guardian of the ways of honor and courage. A warrior will not will not put his own desires above what is right. Above all, a warrior is always motivated by his utmost duty. D-class is coming. Yeah, it's all starting to happen, people. Have you noticed? Everything's kind of going the way of the good people now. Very interesting. And it's Young Star Wizard. Welcome to the program. Yeah. Oh, you're home now, Ralph. Okay. Well, I hope you had a good trip. Well, you were busy, Young Star. Well, we're glad to see you. Glad you're here now. Yeah. Solarium. So there's a good one. A nice, what year was that? 2019. Look at that. It's a Delta. That's a Delta, baby. Delta Dawn. Yeah, we won't sing that one. Nope. So I thought that was a good one. I thought that was good. Didn't you? All righty then. Let's see. Oh, so this happened today, friends. I was watching the live launch of that crazy SpaceX rocket thing, you know? It looks like a Nerf gun or something. There it is. It's already docked. Gets up there pretty quick. I still don't know what we're messing around with rockets for since we have uh, anti-gravity technology, or supposedly we do. Look at TR3B. Oh, is the ship in the shop? Well, yeah, I guess the ship is in the shop. I'm in my Earthbound studio right now because when the show was about to start, before I went live, I held up the box because I was going to do an unboxing, and you couldn't see the box because the green screen is so wonky. So I had to quick redo, put the spaceship into the service bay over there on what is it? Quadrant Delta. Quadrant Delta. I can't give away the exact location. Dry docked or landlocked? Well, well, it's space locked actually. It's yeah, it's in another quadrant. I had to teleport back, but don't tell anybody. All right, it's all top secret. Thank you very much, Mud Rabbit. Yes, donations always help to keep the lights on and keep improving our green screen and all this kind of stuff. You know, I think that I'm using the free service for the duck for this StreamYard, Duck Stream, StreamYard with a duck on it. I think if I pay a monthly fee for it, it might be better, but I don't know. Well, we'll see. That's one thing I want to try. Definitely something I want to try. It looks like it went off without a hitch. You know, I know there are some Russian cosmonauts up there too. So, you know, maybe the people on Earth who are being, fooled by the narratives can come to the realization that hey, it's one planet. We shouldn't be warring with anybody because we all live in the same terrarium. Why poison the terrarium? You know, um, yeah. So I have great hope for a peace, a long, long-lasting peace. That's always been what I've been um, hoping for, praying for, uh, that would happen. Oh, the aliens giving me a ray gun blaster. Don't tell the government. Oops. Oh, I better take that off there. Oh, please disregard uh, that last thing. We don't know what that was. AKA the roll up screen. Well, actually, it's kind of just off to the side. It was tacked to the wall. I just took the tacks off and tacked it over there. So actually, here I'll show you. Oops, wrong way. See, there it is. See how clever that was. You couldn't even tell until I just told you. The magic of television. Hello, everybody out there in television land, in TV land. Yeah, that's what I say every time I go to Walmart. There's a big screen TV. And I'm walking in there. I always wave. Hello, everybody out there in TV land. And yes, some people chuckle. And that is mission accomplished. Yes, brought a smile to someone's face. And maybe they'll do it someday and make somebody else smile. And pretty soon the whole darn world is going to be smiling. Right? That's right. Yeah. Yeah, they're trying to starve us out. But guess what? We know how to fast. So there you go. It's not going to work. We know how to fast. Try to starve us out. We'll just fast. There you go. That's what we need to do. Didn't know it was loaded. Yeah, be careful where you point that thing. And that goes for those little laser pointers too. You can damage someone's eyes with those lasers. Um, so don't point them at people's eyes, please. Um, it can damage them. Trust me. And also don't stare at the sun. I did when I was a kid, and I burned a hole in my retina. So I have a permanent blind spot in my left eye. So don't do it. It's not a good thing. You'll have something for life afterwards. And it's not very cool. Yeah. So, maybe we should be living underground by now. So maybe we should all just start digging and we'll all meet in the middle somewhere. You think? I think. Well, it could be fun. Probably find like lots of little different type of insects in there in the earth under all that, and our gardens will be bug free. But I think don't aren't bugs an integral part of the whole growing thing? Um, Here's something, friends, I thought was interdasting. Interdasting. Okay. Um, from Alexa. You have been selected to help serve your country. Never retreat from the battlefield. Twitter, Facebook, etc., etc. To anyone who says Facebook and Twitter are the enemies, I would never go on there. Clearly, that's why not everyone will be remembered as a digital soldier. Some are just digital spectators who don't understand what a soldier's main mission is: to never retreat from the battlefield. And I heard a lot of people are getting their accounts back. I looked at mine. I didn't get mine back yet, but we'll see. I'm hoping. Okay. I'll go digging your way. You go digging mine. Okay, I have a little shovel though. I only have a little tiny shovel. It's going to take me a long time. And it's mostly sand around here with bedrock. So at some point I'm going to need a jackhammer. I'm on the Niagara Escarpment. It's like all bedrock here. Yeah. So much bedrock that I think one of the names of the families around here is Flintstone. That's how much bedrock is around here. Ba-doom-pa. Mud Rabbit likes that one. How do you like that? Yeah, I thought that was a good one. Never retreat from the battlefield. So there you go. Twitter's opening up again. Twitter is opening up again. Isn't that something else? There's so much happening, friends. There's so much happening. A lot right here in Wisconsin, too. As far as the election shenanigans go that went on. Now, check this out. Now, I don't know if I included this on the last show I did about Venus. We did a couple things about Venus in recent times. But here is something that they found on Venus. Now, look at this. This does not look like a natural formation, okay? It's huge, and it's U-shaped, and it's like pretty amazing. Pretty darn amazing, I would say. So let's just go in here, and let's try to brighten this up a bit. See if we can get some of that background texture to come through. Look at that. Well, that's pretty interesting, huh? So it looks like there's like a square right around here. You see that? Almost like a frame or something. And then you got this thing at a different angle. It's very bizarre. What do you think of that? You think it has lights around the top? Let me go back to normal. It does look lit up, doesn't it? Yeah, it could be like glass or something, huh? Like some glass building or something. Lights over a stadium where a Pink Floyd concert was going on. There you go. That could be. Oh, mirror the new sun photo they got. Oh, I think I remember seeing that. That's a good idea. I have done pictures of the sun mirrored before. It doesn't turn out quite as cool as I thought it was gonna, but I can always do it again with that picture. Email it to me and I'll do that for next time. We'll probably be on Monday because Friday we got the man, the myth, the legend, Brooks Agnew is going to be on Friday at 8 o'clock Central. So be there, be square. Oh, it looks like a Y-shaped craft caught in a visor reflection of the astronaut. Okay. It is unique and interesting, but we just don't know what it is. We might never know. We can have hunches about it. You live at Pompeii. Be careful of those Volcanoes. I mean, they can make people into statues, so be careful. You never know when that's going to happen. The cosmic ray dock. That could be. That's a good one. Well, I thought it was an interesting. I was looking through some of my stuff today, and I came across this CD, and it says UFO stuff on it. So, very interesting. You know, I'm so glad my computer still takes discs because, you know, they no new computers have discs. You know, they've gotten away with gotten rid of it. So what is it now? Thumb drives? That's it? I don't know, man. Let's just get some uniformity going here. Some long-term uniformity. Wouldn't that be nice? Oh, they would put shows on here at the planetarium a long time ago. Laser light shows. Yeah, those were fun. Those were fun. All righty. All righty, Aphrodite. Okay. I hope all you are having a great, great time. Um, this next picture, friends, I think I've shown this before a long time ago. This is from a case in Italy. So in a case in Italy, a long time ago, I I got these screenshots from a video, okay, a long time ago when it was on the intranet many, many years ago. The woman's name is Giovanna Pata, and she's from Italy, and she was having uh, being abducted, and she was, of course, now we've gotten confirmation that one of the things that in this 1500 document tranche that was released, they talked about unwanted pregnancies. Well, this woman had several unwanted pregnancies that all of a sudden disappeared. And so this was one of, so her boyfriend or her fiance or her husband, I can't remember because it was in Italian. He set up like a motion camera by the back area where she thought they were coming in. And this is one of the creatures that was captured. I mean, now look, if you will, now just look at this. Hold on a second. I gotta check something. Direct link for the hard copy. Direct link for the hard copy. I'm not sure. So trying to find this. Oops. Oh, there it. No, that's not it. Is that it? Here it is. Okay, now look around the nostrils here. You see around the nostrils where it's like flesh colored, almost like human flesh colored. And if this is a reptilian, I mean, to me, it looks more like an amphibian, some kind of amphibian. Uh, or maybe it's a reptilian. Now, I don't know. What do you think? I think it looks like it's really alive. Like it really is a creature that's alive. It looks alive to me. Okay. It just looks alive. I just don't know. It has the feeling of being alive. And that's something that you can't sculpt. You can't sculpt that feeling of you're looking at something that's alive. And to me, this looks like it's alive, but what is it? Is it just a close-up picture of a terrestrial amphibious, some kind of weird frog or something? Or is it an alien? I don't know. And I've always been curious about this, and I've never seen anyone do anything about it. Maybe someone did and I missed it. But it just seems very odd that you'd have something that interesting and no follow-up on it, and no, I don't know. Hello, Abby. Yeah, welcome to the program. Yeah, we did a little unboxing. And this is from the Giovanna Pata Italian case. I just found this photo in my old stuff on a CD, so I thought I'd bring it up. I haven't seen it again anywhere. And I don't know if these were just made in Photoshop for the show as what they might look like, or if they are actual photos. From my memory of the video, and I haven't been able to find the video since either, it was pretty incredible. And I have some more pictures from that. Hello, Yvonda. Welcome to the program. Many, if not all, of the humanoid creatures in ufology seem to be near relatives of the human race. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. Interesting. I'm doing just fine, Abby. How are you? Yeah, so I think this is could be a legitimate, and you can see the writing below it. It's kind of blurred out. It's Italian from whatever it was saying. I don't read Italian. Who I'd like to talk to about this is, and I've interviewed her before, Paula Harris. She's really a neat gal, and I should talk to her about this because she is also a ufologist in Italy as well, and she speaks Italian. So I'm sure she must know something about this, or maybe at least she could dig in Italy and find something. But yeah, I've always been curious about this case. It's a very troubling case. And here's another troubling picture from that case. It's a montage. Doing okay, Aaron. Thanks. That's what Abby says. We'll put that up on screen. So here, what we have now, you can see that reptilian or the amphibian down at the bottom here. Here it is. So in the center, it looks like this was on a piece of paper and it was folded here. So I apologize for that. This right here looks to me to be an alien human hybrid. He's got a very human looking face. However, he's got long, wide jowls, a much wider face structure. He's got these wild eyebrow things and gigantic blue eyes and wispy illuminated hair. So I think, probably could be a rock star. And then this one looks like a typical gray, although he's glowing. And she had this stuff in her room. And you can see up here, there was a handprint, a 3-fingered handprint on the windowsill, and parts of her body, like her arm, that had this stuff that only showed under black light. And it wasn't just fluorescent paint. They did an analysis of this material, and she would have had to have had a particle collider to create this material. And they told her that it kept they use it as a disinfectant so that it doesn't transfer any illness or bacteria back and forth. So that was the and here's another one that they also caught in that same camera. So there's 3 here. The gray looking guy up here, this humanoid hybrid, and this reptilian or salamander dude. And here's a picture of one of the ships leaving out of her window after they abducted her. And up here is because when she was pregnant again, they decided to go ahead and have an abortion. And here's what they found. This unhuman looking critter with 4 fingers, 3 fingers and a thumb. And yeah, it's disturbing. It's but an important case, I believe. And of course, the physical evidence that they had there was confiscated, or the government took it for testing. And of course, it was misplaced. Where did it go? Nobody knows. It's gone. It's gone. So yeah, I don't know what the answer to that would be. Yeah, okay, but it has to have a chain of custody and, be in a briefcase, handcuffed to this person or something. I don't know. But yeah, anybody heard about this case before? It's a very crazy case. Crazy, man, crazy. Yes, I will agree with you there, Abby. My sentiment exactly. Hey, Just Josh. Welcome to the program. So Giovanna Pata. Feel free to look that up yourself. I haven't been able to find this back again. Of course, I haven't looked recently. I just found this on an old CD. So there you go. I think it's a very compelling case. There's 3 really good close-up pictures, very clear pictures of 3 different types of extraterrestrials, apparently, or allegedly. And some solid evidence. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. And there you have it. Yeah. I got to ask Corey if he's ever seen like an amphibian guy like that. Oh, there was a movie back in the 80s. It starred Barbara Eden. Main character was pregnant with something strange. Oh, I don't recall that. You're probably right. Oh, okay. I'll go check it out, young star wizard. I'll go check that thing out. Oh, you go by a different name on here. That's right. Okay. Okay. Um, Young Star Wizard. Okay, well, I'll put these up there, and I can ask you questions about these. Okay. What? Oh, that's weird. Something's going wonky here, baby. Something's wonky. All right. There it is. Okay, I got it back again. All right, so I got to open these now. And the other one, we'll get them up there. Yeah. Okay, that one's up. And there's another one. Gotta get my let me get the other one up here. I hope you're all having a great evening. I'm going to show this Ascensions Chronicles graphic novel again too in a little bit. For those of you who came late, might not have seen the unboxing, the exciting unboxing of the Ascension Chronicles Spheres of Influence collector's edition graphic novel, 120-page graphic novel of the Corey Goode story, as illustrated by Stephen Cefalo and his team, including Jackie Glatz. So there you go. So that should come up now, and I'll just, okay, go back here, stop sharing, and share this. Yeah, the confuser is going very slow today. Something strange in the neighborhood. Who are you going to call? Yeah, who are you going to call? Call Truth Quest, because we're just downrange of strange, where the outrageous is contagious and the paranormal is the new normal. Okay, here's one of those pictures that Young Star sent. Now, this looks like some tall beings in the distance. Now, I seem to remember this picture. Now, I can't be certain because I'm just looking at a picture here, but I remember seeing something very similar to this, and it was explained that these were statues built somewhere by some country, somewhere, and they're just really tall, like some artist made them. So I don't think that they're actual beings, if they're the same as what I saw many years ago. The best of my knowledge, that's what I would say about this. It is a neat picture, and at first I was a little taken aback by it too. But I'm not sure if it's the same picture, but if it is, they're just statues. You can do a Google search, large alien beings, statues, question mark, and maybe it'll come up. The tall whites in the Nevada desert, no, I don't. I think this is sculptures. I would almost place a bet on it because I've got a very good memory for visual things. Maybe it is real, and the government line was that's what it is, and maybe that was misinformation. I don't know. We really don't have any way of knowing, do we? Oh, you wish you owned those statues? Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. You get a lot of attention. Wouldn't want them to fall over on a car or something. Oh no. Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. Okay, someone's asking, Austin, did Andrew and Corey ever meet and compare notes? Yes, they did. They did a conference together, and Andy was very impressed with Corey. So what he's one of the few um, of these whistleblowers that he really thinks might be telling the truth. But I'll let him enumerate what he thinks. Um, but yeah, I do believe they did meet, and Andy also met William Tompkins, maybe at the same event. And William Tompkins told him that he remembered Raymond F. Pishago, Andrew's father, and how he was telling the he was telling the Pentagon and the people in charge that yes, we did achieve these things, because some people still weren't, because they were kept out of the loop. No one, some they don't believe that it really happened. Some of them don't. So that's the danger of too much secrecy. Too much secrecy is a bad thing, I would say. So yes, they did meet, and I think that's good that they did. Let's see here. And the other one that he sent, Young Star Wizard, is this one. Now I don't know who this person is. Um, it looks a lot like one of these Apex videos where someone claims to be from the future and they have a fuzzy photograph and they show it and they say, "Oh, I gotta go. They're after me," and has a very staged feeling to it to me. I don't know if this is from Apex or not, but I tend to view a lot of that stuff as, yeah, clicky bait type stuff. Um, I'm not sure if it's, if they're real, they're getting an awful lot of people coming only there to tell the story. I mean, it's a little suspect. I'm Even though I have a show like this, I'm very difficult to be convinced of something. I'm not that easily swayed. So I don't know. Maybe he's a real guy. I don't know. They always have a fuzzy picture, and they're usually like on a picnic table or something somewhere, and then all of a sudden they got to go because the time police are after him or something. Oh, Operation Shutdown's coming with the goods. Yes, that was one of the guys who appeared on Apex TV. Okay, all right. Um, I really haven't watched much of that. I only watched a couple of them, and I guess I just, formed an opinion. Maybe that's not good to do, but that's what I did. Just formed a little opinion there. But thanks for sending them. I appreciate that, because you never know. Some of this stuff might be true. Some of that stuff might be as well. I want you to take a look at this, friends. Take a look at this little puppy. Cute little puppy. Isn't that just a cute little puppy? This is one of the puppies that um, when it was time to get a dog for my daughter's birthday, um, her and I went to this place, and there were like 5 puppies, and this was one of them. And yeah, that's where she got Carmel. So great little dog. And yeah, just lots of cute little puppies. Cute little puppies. So that's one of them. You get to see some of these because she wanted more than one. And I was like, well, maybe just one. So here is my daughter back in, I think, 2005 with Carmel, baby Carmel. I think that's her first picture of her with Carmel. Look how happy she is. She asked every Christmas, every birthday, all I want is a puppy, Daddy. And we got her one. And, sadly, Carmel just passed away last year and on Christmas. And, but was a great, great dog. And there was the first time that she met her. It was the first one she picked up, and she said, I want this one, and I'm going to name her Carmel. And I said, well, there's a bunch of other ones here. Why don't you check them all out and make sure? And she checked them all out. And she said, nope, I want Carmel. Okay, we'll get Carmel. So she knew what the name was right off the bat. Right off the bat. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then it's an Osblorky, an Australian Shepherd, Blue Heeler, and a Yorkie. And so we got Carmel. And as we were pulling out of the driveway, she said, oh, can we go back and get this other one so we could have 2? Like, oh, no, no. Oh, so tempting, but no, we didn't get 2. It would have been cute to have 2. But I think they would have destroyed a lot more things. 2 dogs can get into a lot more mischief than just 1 dog. But so there's the other one. And then some of them had those pretty blue eyes. Dogs. So puppies. There's nothing cooler than a little puppy. That's right. That is right. And just one more. This one is a picture of Carmel with Carmel's mother. Isn't that cute? She was a Blue Heeler, Australian Shepherd Blue Heeler, and the father was a Yorkie. So that's that. So cute. So cute. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and for those of you who came late, I did an unboxing of this fantastic graphic novel. It's from disclosurecomics.com. Go get yourself one. And this is the collector's item. You had to order this one beforehand, pre-order, to get this special one with the Steve Cefalo cover. The other one has a different cover on it, but still an excellent, excellent book. I highly recommend any or all of them. I want to get the other one too, actually. So it's Steven Cefalo is the main artist that did most of the artwork in here. Let me see if I can stand up. It's just amazing, the detail that he poured into this. It's not like your typical comic book. It's a graphic novel with portrait-like pictures in every. I mean, even look at the cement wall there. It looks so real. Everything looks so real, photographic. You know. Let's see. Let's see if we can look at that. It's pretty cool stuff. Look at this picture. All this stuff in his head. Look at that. Look at that. It's incredible. Steve Cefalo, you outdid yourself, man. And if you're curious about this artist, I did I think 3 interviews with him. So look back at my previous interviews and see some of his beautiful artwork. But look at this stuff. There's his wife. It looks just like her. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. What the level of detail in this amazing graphic novel. Oh, there's one of the dark ships, I think. Yeah. Oh, cool. Rectangle ship. Oh, they're zipping in and out of that crater in the moon. It opens up. And there's like a base under there, like several bases, apparently, according to Corey. So that's Ascension Chronicles, Spheres of Influence. And those are those famous blue spheres. And they used to come into his room, into his house, and they'd buzz around, zip back and forth. And he would get ready to go because he was being summoned. And when he was ready, he would just mentally say, "I'm ready." And then the blue sphere would come before him and get big and engulf him and then transport him to some far-flung place in space where some delegates are meeting or whatever he had to go to. No prior warning, just a blue thing zips in your bedroom and now you know you got to go somewhere. So you better, eat a granola bar really quick or something, right? Oh, thank you, Mud Rabbit. Yes, merchandise. That helps to keep the place going here too. For sure. A little reference to Lunar Anomalies. Yes, detailed in Hoagland's and Barra's Dark Mission book. Yes, and for hundreds of years, they've seen lights on the moon. Hundreds of years, they've been reporting. Astronomers have been seeing lights, luminous objects on the moon moving around. Yeah. And according to Corey, now the area in space where the Lunar Operations Command is the 10 o'clock area. So if you superimpose a clock over the moon where the hands hit the 10, that's where it is, just on the far side, just over the edge. So you can look at the moon and look at that part, the 10 o'clock part, and you might see stuff coming and going in that area. And that is one of the areas where I've seen people have caught things coming and going. So Aaron's got a lot of neat stuff going on back there. Oh, in my background? Oh, yeah. Let's see. yeah, let's see. I'll tell you what's going on in my background here. So this is one of my confusers. I just have a slideshow going. It's showing there's Skinny Bob. It just cycles through. There's the flag I designed, is all of the world's flags on it. There's, of course, Mystery Solved. The Anaconda being is Beavis, of course. Um, this is the model kit, the box for this model of the UFO that I saw in 1996, the sport model, the one that Bob Lazar was working on. This is from the California drone case, where on the underside of these silent craft, these really strange drone crafts in the 90s, there was a strange writing. They thought it was a language, linguistics, but it's actually like a software. When these images of these letter or number type images are printed in a certain type of metal on a certain type of surface, and they're subjected to some kind of electromagnetic field, things happen. It activates the program, and like parts go into where they're supposed to be, and nothing's holding together except the electromagnetic field. Strange stuff. Okay, but that's what that is. This is a drawing I did, a quick little line drawing I did of a very nice cue moment at one of the rallies. A very elderly veteran needed to get down to go by his seat. He couldn't get there, and so these young men helped. And this guy right here, now what is his name? Gosh, I can't remember his name now, but he's been on Red Pill. He's a very cool guy. He's very well known. I can't remember his name now. Isn't that wild? And yeah, and this is the game I designed and invented, Tetragon 2. It's a great game. It's a non-violent game of strategic creation. If you like checkers, chess, Othello, Pente, you'll love this, or Go. Those were the inspirations for that game. This is one of the children's books I illustrated, Popple. And here's another one of these pictures from the California drones. And over here is Popple's Place, another children's book I illustrated. So that's all that stuff back there. Jason woke up in Vegas. Yes, that's who it is. This is Jason woke up in Vegas. I love that name. That's so funny. Jason woke up in Vegas. But he has a Q tattoo. He had a Q shirt. Of course, when the thing started, they made him change his shirt, so it didn't have the Q on it. Which, you know. But we were all, you know, trying not to do the wrong thing. Jason Franks, that's his name. Okay. Yes, thank you very much, Dark Brain. I really appreciate that. I knew someone would know. I knew someone would know. Thank you. Yeah, and that car there is the car my brother designed. Oops. Yeah. So there's all kinds of stuff. There's a peace sign with all of the flags of the world around the earth, making a peace sign. Yeah. I had a dream of that, and I did it. I thought it would help bring world peace, because I think that's like a worthwhile thing to be shooting for. There's a drawing I did of POTUS as Superman, and there's that ship on the far side of the moon. That's the Flower of Life. And that's me in my first Elvis photo shoot for an album cover. Some more details from the California Drone Linguistics page. This is a UFO that was captured over China, stopped in an airport. There's a supercube world record being shattered. There's Skinny Bob again. So there. So that's what all that stuff is. I hope that you like all that stuff. I gave myself permission to use the word neat and kind. Weren't overboard there, LOL. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, the boy, the comic. I got this the other day, and I didn't open it until the beginning of the show. If you missed the first part, you can go watch me opening it. Um, and it was really hard not to open this, like all day yesterday. It's like, oh, maybe I should just open it. But I wanted to save it, and that's why I had to take down the green screen because I initially held up the box and you couldn't see it because the green screen was too wonky. So I just decided to do this show without the green screen because I wouldn't have been able to show you anything. You wouldn't have been able to see anything when I showed you the Ascension Chronicles, which I'll show you again. It's pretty heavy to hold up too. You know, that's another thing. There's the blue avian up there. All the different aliens, different types of aliens that he's met with and interacted with. But these are the ones that you don't want to interact with, and you should be glad that you're not Corey Goode. Those are the Draco White Royals, that their mind is so powerful that it just, like, their consciousness can just grab your brain and like squish it, and it's very painful. It's just mentally, they have mental power that far exceeds ours. And I remember one time when Corey had his show before it was taken off, and all of them were scrubbed from the internet, but you can still see him in some places. He was talking about when he went up there to talk to the Draco White Royals, those nasty looking reptilians, 14-foot tall, vestigial wings, and just evil personified, just powerful evil. He never wants to interact with them again because they're so nasty. Um, he mentioned there was someone there, someone from Earth representing these pure evil beings, these incredibly evil beings. And it's someone that you all would recognize. He's very elderly, and his last name sounds like the phrase minus who's kissing her now. Kissinger. Oh, yeah. Aligned with the darkness. Who else might be in that dark alliance? You know? But after that, he didn't mention that anymore. It wasn't brought up again, and I don't think he was supposed to say it. So maybe I wasn't supposed to say it, but that's what we do. We say things that you don't hear other places. Oh, yeah, there's an interesting guess. I think you might be right. But with enough plausible deniability, right? So no one can come after me. No, it was not him. Although he's probably not very far behind down the chain, if you know what I mean. Oh, really, Abby? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, he's incredibly old. And when someone is incredibly old, it's it's you know either that they've lived such a good life that they get that reward, or or there's a phrase that comes to mind: "Only the good die young." Sometimes that's the case. I think that's the case for Kissinger. Only the good die young. He's very old. Okay, what does that mean? I'm not saying everyone who is old is bad, but some of them are. I would think to align yourself with these creatures is, and with what they're doing to people, it's it's retarded. Yeah, that dude. Yeah, that dude. Cheney. The reptilian comes out when they get old. Okay. Yeah. Very interesting, wouldn't you say? Man, I'm just I can't wait to read this. Although I don't want to like bend it. I don't want to bend the pages. It's so cool. So cool. Here I'm just looking at it. I can't help it. I can't wait to oh man, look at that. Oh, I think that might be a representation of that person we were just talking about. I think that's him right there. That looks like him, doesn't it? That looks sort of like him. I think that's who it's supposed to be, but without. Let me see if he says it. Oh, he's telling Corey, you will go to your allies, the avians, and have them lower their shield. In return, we will consider abdicating our vast influence on Earth, leaving behind the cabal who worship us. Wow, this is powerful stuff. Powerful stuff. This is incredible, folks. This is incredible. Look at this. Wow. I won't be a part of this. Wow. Well, here's a scene. Look at this one. Um, right, right here. Okay. He says, it's your, and then the reptilian says, master. Wow. Powerful stuff. Pray for Corey. He's really shining a light on this evil, evil, evil stuff. So keep him in your prayers. Um, wow. With the release of this book and the other things he has in store for us, the other entertainment things, um, this is going to blow all the sci-fi stuff away, because unlike sci-fi, this has a very good chance of being true, and that makes it all the more exciting. Yeah, he's really old. You know what? I'm gonna find out how old he is. How old is the guy? 98. He's 98. And on his little file, it says he's older than the hills and twice as dusty. He's older than Moses' toes and twice as corny. He's so old that when he was born, they still had screen doors on submarines. Yeah. 98. He's as old as dirt and twice as dusty. He's older than Moses' toes and twice as corny. That needed a little drum roll. Oh, interesting, Mud Rabbit. He was old when I was young. Yes, he was old when I was young too. The famous letter told us we'd be surprised to know their true ages. Oh. Oh, really? Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting. Operation Shutdown. Yeah. His social security number is 2. That's how old he is. Yes. I like that one. That is a good one. Man. That is very, very good. So funny. Operation Hilarious. Operation Shutdown. That is such a cool name. Operation Shutdown. Yeah, because that's what we're doing. We're shutting down these the stupid, idiotic world these people created to try to deceive all of us or some of us. Can't fool us all. Nope. Can't fool us all. And some of us will never be fooled. Well, I guess I've been fooled before. Maybe never again. I don't know. We'll see. It kind of depends. It depends on a few things. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm going to put the StreamYard in here. And if you want to call in and chat, feel free. Oh, yeah. Oh. Yeah. I need to do that too. I hope you're all having a great evening. I hope that you're enjoying getting a little sneak peek at this awesome graphic novel that just came in the mail the other day. Just opened it. You guys have seen as much of it as I have so far. So, yeah, Spheres of Influence, Ascension Chronicles by disclosurecomics.com. Go check it out. And if you get a chance, go on to Amazon and give it as many stars as you think it deserves. I would say, for me, whatever the top number is that still 5 or did it go up? Did inflation affect that too? I'm not sure. I have to designate this not made for kids, so no one's confused. It's like, hey, they're talking about comic books. Maybe it's for kids. No, this is for adults. This is a graphic novel that we're talking about here. But it probably makes some of us feel like kids again to have something in comic form to read and share with our friends. Yeah. Oh, and Mud Rabbit did it again. There it is. That's the Amazon Ascension Chronicles. There it is. Go get yourself one. And yeah, it's amazing. You know, so many people tried to stop this project from happening. It's been 4 years in the making. And my friend Steve Cefalo, I mean, you can look at my other interviews with him. He's been working day in and day out on this thing for years. Oh, look at that. $9.99 for the Kindle download. And a button for free to read on site. Awesome. That's pretty cool. Okay. All right, Barnes and Noble. They probably have it. I don't know if they'd have it or not. Oh, it looks like we have a guest. And it looks like it's Jerry. All right, Barnes and Noble.
Yeah, hi.
Hey,
I'm going to turn down my.
oh, it looks like we have.
There we go. I muted. I just muted. Okay. There we
All
go.
right. Good.
I'm set.
Okay. Welcome to the program, Jerry.
Thanks. Yeah, I've been wanting to get on a long time, so you must have switched to this different StreamYard system.
Yeah, I kind of had to. Yeah, Zoom wasn't working, and I called them, and they were very slow to fix what needed to get fixed. And I had my next show, and I had to do a show, and I couldn't use Zoom because it wasn't working yet. So I had StreamYard from before. I just didn't use it because I didn't like the green screen, which I still don't like. It's just not as crisp as the Zoom one.
Right. Here's my face.
Oh, there he is.
But I didn't shave or anything. So, how are you guys?
Oh, I'm doing good. It's good to see you. I've seen you in the chat a lot.
Yeah, I'm impressed with the Corey's book.
Oh yeah,
when
incredible.
Yeah, cool.
Just incredible. Unbelievable.
I love his stories on Gaia and on your show.
Yes. Here, when he was a kid, it used to show up as a ship. And when he'd get on board, when he got inside, it all of a sudden was round and silver, like a disc or something. But to his eyes, it looked like a pirate ship coming. So when he was a kid, that's the mental image it projected to him, so that he would be accustomed to it. Like, oh, this is kind of like Peter Pan, you know?
Right. So it looked nice and familiar to him and wasn't scary.
Right. Man, it's crazy. So I've seen you say a lot of things in the chat, like that you created different things. Now, what is your background?
Oh, okay. I'm 64. I'm in Delaware. Lived there all my life.
Okay.
And I'm a ghostwriter for a bunch of different stuff. Howard Stern, Star Trek. I created the Mars rovers when I was drawing for Star Trek. And I sent the drawings to Gene Roddenberry with the Star Trek material so that he could present it to JP on NASA, because I knew that he had lots of fans in NASA, and they grew up on Star Trek. So he would be the one to present for me because I'm an unknown. And I rarely travel. I've only been to LA once, Florida once, New York lots of times, Philly lots of times, but rarely travel. Never been in your area.
Never been to Wisconsin?
No.
I lived in Rhode Island for a while, and I also lived in nasty two shits. I mean,
Ah,
Massachusetts. I called it nasty two shits, even though I really don't swear very much. But when I lived out there, I think I did swear a little bit more.
oh yeah, I got to because everybody does.
Yeah, but it was fun out there. I worked at Hasbro. That was just a blast to work there. Um, so it was,
Yeah, I've heard you tell your stories, and that was one of your more fun times of creativity.
oh yeah, it was amazing. The talent that was there. I'd get my projects done. And I'd go walk around and look at what everyone else was doing, and some incredible stuff. And I should have some of those people that I worked with back then on. I've thought about that. That'd be a good idea. Um, but yeah, so you're a ghostwriter, and so you don't have anything in your own name. You should probably write your
I
own.
Well, that's the way I figured I'd get into the back door because since I'm not going to travel or go to any metropolis, and I really don't love cities, I don't love travel.
Mhm.
The way I get my work done is through making it anonymous and crediting the artists that I'm aiming towards. So when I
Mhm.
write classic rock songs,
Mhm.
I say it's a gift and a tribute. Please copyright it in your name as soon as possible. I have tried to imitate your style as best as I can.
Wow.
So when I'm imitating somebody like Roy Orbison or something, I'm doing his voice like you do Elvis voice
Mhm.
very well,
Yeah.
and that's what I try to achieve.
Awesome. That's awesome. Wow. Wow. So, yeah, I mean, what did you do before you were writing? Did you do something before that, or what kind of work did you do?
Oh, all of my day jobs are just very mundane cash jobs. On a daily basis, I'll do grass cutting. Today I was painting, just outdoor stuff a few blocks away. I ride my bike daily. I
Yep.
have a van, a stick a lawnmower in the van. I have a riding mower too.
Okay.
Um, oh, what else? Well, when I was doing my best writing was when I was 29, and I was a school bus driver because my family has a school bus company,
Oh,
and so I was miserable doing the job, hating to get up in the daytime early because I used to go out clubbing to the local rock and roll places and see the
sure.
rock and roll bands and videotape the bands.
Hmm.
Uh, so I don't drink almost non-drinker, but it runs in my family. The alcoholism Irish,
Oh,
and
yeah.
so I
Okay.
avoided that at a young age. So I dodged that bullet. But when I used to go out to the clubs, it was all smoky, and then at one point they made smoking indoors outlawed. So that was way late coming, but appreciated so I could breathe.
Right. Right. But now, well, it is good that they're not smoking inside. But now what's happened is everyone smokes outside of these places. And you have to walk through a wall of smoke just to get in anywhere.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
I never understood. If you're going to have people smoking, it shouldn't be near the entryway. I mean, come on.
Yeah, unfortunately. I'll deal with that though way more than somebody blowing smoke in my food when I'm eating at a restaurant because that actually happened. And
Oh, yuck.
I
Yeah.
almost got up from my table and clocked the guy, but I'm very mild mannered and don't do that. And
Right.
boy, what I was mad though. I let him know that I was mad. Um, so let's see. What of the stuff that I mentioned is the most interest to you or your
I don't know. You just
work?
seem to be the jack of all trades, and you said, "Oh, you did that, you did this," and I was curious. Now that you say you're a ghostwriter, that makes more sense. Um, how
Yeah,
that could
it's
be.
easier to get things done by targeting someone who's already successful at it, or in the case of music, the rock and roll guys that I idolized, it was easy to imitate their voices and put it in their style because I was so familiar with it. It's
Mhm.
much harder to take a band that's an unknown and make uh, a big hit for them.
Right.
I have done it, but you can argue that they weren't such a small band when I got to them. Um, the biggest ones from your area, Soul Asylum. You're familiar with Soul Asylum?
Oh yeah. In fact, I did a cable access show, XTV, Extreme Television, Minnesota's only music video showcase, and we highlighted them in a couple of our videos for sure. We had the song they did about a farm, a pig. There was some kind of a strike, like a farming strike or something, or a food strike, or some kind of pig strike. I don't know,
Okay.
up in Minnesota, and they did a song about it, and we featured that on there. So yeah, Soul Asylum. So what did you write for them?
Their biggest hit I wrote, it was called Runaway Train, and
Oh,
that was
okay,
'87. I had heard in '86. I heard them do what was that song? Someone to Shove, and it was popular on college radio. It's Someone to Shove it. So at that time, it was their biggest hit. And I was writing for a Philly band. A guy I went to school with here at the University of Delaware, and met him in a poetry class. His name's Tommy Conwell. His band was the Young Rumblers.
okay.
Um, so they're a Philly band. So I wrote for him starting in '85. I roadied for him and hung out. But at the time, I gave Soul Asylum the three or four songs, probably three songs at the time, and then later a fourth song called in '94 "Misery Loves Company." But the Soul Asylum one, I had I knew that it was a hit. I told them use the milk carton missing children idea concept for their video, and it was a huge success. They got invited to the White House to play because
Yeah.
Chelsea Clinton was a huge fan.
And they a lot of people found their way home from that too. I guess it was a
Oh,
very effective song. So wow, that's interesting.
yeah, they just did a 25-year redo of it, um, just to
25
try and
years.
get more kids. Yeah,
Can you believe
uh,
how fast time goes? It's like zipping,
sure.
zip, zipping by.
Yeah, so I'll run through the Ghostwriter people. Um, uh, the Traveling Wilburys, that was the toughest one to do because I was imitating five voices.
Hmm.
That's Bob Dylan, Tom Petty, Roy Orbison, Jeff Lynne,
Yeah.
George Harrison. Um,
Jeff
so I
is the
did.
only one alive, right? There's only one alive.
Well, Jeff and Bob Dylan's still alive.
Oh, two of them are alive. Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Uh,
Bobby. Yeah.
Only two Beatles, McCartney and Ringo. Ringo actually played on one of the Petty songs.
And there's only
Um,
one monkey left too, but now only one monkey and two Beatles, but they got two drummers. So that didn't work
uh,
out quite. You know.
yeah, I
And
when I was writing for Harrison, I said, when you guys came out, I was too young. I wanted to watch Disney while you guys were on Ed Sullivan, and I did appreciate them on Ed Sullivan, but at the same time, I was more that age of loving Disney.
mhm.
1964, you
Okay.
know, yeah,
I was 2 years old in '64.
sure, sure.
Just a kid. Just a kid.
But my parents were into the music too. More so my mom. She would work at J.C. Penney's and tell me to come in and buy albums when I was a teenager to get her 15% discount. So she figured it would keep me home and out of trouble if she had spoon fed me a bunch of albums, so
Mhm.
I could go in and buy lots of albums. That was fun. And some of the other artists, Patti Smythe, Cyndi Lauper, Celine Dion, um, Bonnie Raitt, um, oh, STP, that's Stone Temple Pilots.
Oh,
Roger McGuinn from the Byrds, and the Hooters from Philadelphia. Let me see. And I mentioned Tommy Conwell. That's the ones I come to memory. They're
did,
the
did you ever hear John Todd? He's the whistleblower from the 70s about the music industry.
No, but go ahead, tell me.
So you can still hear audio tapes of him from the 70s. He was one of the 13 bloodline families. He was in one of those families. And he said that the reason it takes so long to cut an album and to get it into production is because one of the things they have to do is once that it's all put on the master tape, like the reel-to-reel master tape, the way they used to do it, I guess, they send it to this place in, I believe in England, somewhere in England, where he was with other people, other witches or warlocks, and they would put the tape in the center of a pentagram on the floor or some kind of, I don't know if it was raised or if it was on the floor or whatever it was. And they did this chanting, this incantation that would infuse all of that music to, be the, the message of the devil or whatever their thing was. So that's why it took longer to do that. And after he left the business and he was blowing the whistle on it, and that's probably why he died. He disappeared. No one knows where he went. But he came across someone he knew in the industry. It was Crosby, Stills, or Nash, one of those three. I can't remember which one. But he asked him, "So, are you still writing in which language?" He goes, "Oh yeah, all songs have to be in which language." So, do you have any knowledge of that type of thing?
No, but you reminded me of one artist, actually, too, that were into that a little bit, and they were England. Jimmy Page, Robert Plant, because I wanted a Led Zeppelin reunion, and famously Jimmy Page was into that. That guy, he bought a house that the guy used to have, the crazy old witchcraft guy. You know what I'm talking about?
Crazy
Um,
old witchcraft guy. Errol Flynn.
no, it was about the beginning of the last century to about the middle of
Oh,
the last century.
I was really young back then. It's hard for me to remember that far back. Let me think. Um,
Crowley,
oh,
something.
Aleister Crowley.
Aleister
Aleister
Crowley,
Crowley.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He bought his house. So no, I was never into that stuff. I'm just an atheist, former Catholic, former altar boy,
Oh,
atheist altar boy. Actually,
did,
yeah, I
did
was
being
just gonna,
did being an altar boy alter you? I mean, it's funny they call it altar boy.
you know, it was funny because I had suspicions that one of the priests was a molester, and I just never fit in with that kind of stuff. I couldn't learn Latin for one thing, but no, I thought that was kind of bogus. I think the biggest thing that turned me against it was I was on the actual altar doing a service, and unfortunately, the worst thing you could imagine, a Vietnam vet, a friend in my class, his older brother, who was just a really super nice guy. He came back in a casket, and we served at his funeral. So that, I guess I was maybe 12, and it just floored me, hating war and religion at the same time.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of history there, isn't there? Um,
Yeah. So some of the other things in my collection of pictures, I have 200 pictures on a site. You can just Google my name, Jerry Lehane, Lehane. You won't get all 200. You'll get mostly the Mars pictures. But among those pictures on the site, I have the shooter of JFK. There was a lady named Madeline Brown who was the mistress of LBJ, and he hired a shooter named Malcolm Wallace. And that's the grassy knoll guy. What happened for the assassination was, if you want the short story, the long story, what do you think? Short story or long story?
Trying to look up your site here. Let's see. Jerry Lehane, Amazon Music.
No,
Jerry
that's not it.
So-
That's a problem. There's a Jerry Lehane in Boston who was a punk singer songwriter.
Facing Life on Mars. The third. You're the third.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Wow, that's a lot of pressure to be the third, isn't it?
Oh, I liked it. The joke of it is, are you familiar with the cartoon? What is that? Well, one is Beavis and Butthead, but the other one is those guys that do you know the Christmas Pooh? Have you heard of that one?
Christmas.
South Park.
Oh,
you know the bubble-headed cartoon guys. They're real nasty
right.
kind.
Yeah.
Okay. So through the Stern Show, I got them the idea. My grandmother was Irish, and she used to, when she was supposed to call me the third, it would come out the turd. Yeah. So my uncles would tease me constantly, and yeah, it was a good one. But
it's funny.
Yeah, I just came up with the joke last week of telling everybody not to let Amber Turd near your bed.
Yeah, there you go. I haven't watched any of that, but I've heard some of the scuttlebutt about it. I just usually don't. That stuff is so.
Well, it's very funny. It's very.
Sounds like he's going to win, don't you think? I mean, I don't know. I haven't watched one single bit of it, but
no, I don't pay attention to that stuff. But anyway, the South Park cartoon, I got to them through Howard Stern because I was ghostwriting in the 90s. So it was about 93, 94. And I said, well, my grandmother used to call me the turd, so I want you to make a character who's a turd with a Christmas hat on. And his name is similar to my name, Jerry Lehane. It's Mr. Lee Hankey instead of Lehane. Lee Hankey, like remember handkerchief?
Yeah.
Everybody used to have their hanky.
Hanky. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Disgusting things to carry in your pocket. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. So that one came out, and on the Beavis and Butthead, I'm the school bus driver, and I'm just referred to as the fat guy. But I gave them the idea for doing their movie called what was it? Beavis and Butthead Over America, I think. And
Do America. Do America. Yeah.
Okay. And the one scene that I gave them was I wanted them to go in the White House and get chased around and run into a painting of Nixon doing the victory V's up in the air, holding his hands over his head, doing the victory V, like the peace sign, but that. So then I would have Beavis say, "Are you threatening me?" Just staring at a painting, as if he's talking to Nixon.
That's funny.
Yeah. So, always doing the comedy kind of stuff and musical kind of stuff and sci-fi. The stuff I came up for, Predator. with uh, I used to like the Alien movies, so I figured, King Kong versus Godzilla, that kind of
Hmm.
scenario. So when they made Alien movie, I go, how am I going to get in on this? I have to make a creature that is far nastier than Alien. And how am I going to do that? I just going to make it really ugly, as ugly as possible. So I drew the Predator um, character and had him a little bit of tech savvy with a sort of bunch of weapons and things. Um, do you remember the gun called Johnny Seven back in the 60s? It had 7 ways to kill. It used to shoot all kinds of different things, and it was like a Swiss Army knife of toys.
No, actually, no. I didn't grow up with guns in the house. So
Right, right.
my mom had 2 gun accidents when she was a kid in her house. So
Oh, oh,
we didn't. We were gunless.
yeah.
Um,
I stopped with BB guns, and I stopped with mini bikes, so I never went further than that. Go kart. I had a go kart mini bike.
did
Loved
you
that.
did you see my amazing discovery about Beavis?
Go ahead.
Have you seen it?
I don't remember it. You might have flashed it, and I just didn't remember it.
Well, it's
Go
really
ahead.
the Atacama being. I made the connection. There he is. Look at the proportions. That's him. Oh,
Oh,
two
yes, I did see that. Yeah.
two mysteries solved. Look at
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. That's a
Yeah.
really good put together there. Yeah.
I'm pretty proud of that one. Yeah. That's what happens when cartoon characters don't eat enough. They just wither away and become a little skeleton in the desert. That's what happens to them.
I did wonder if that was an alien or just like some kind of fetus gone wild or something. I just wasn't
Or
sure.
some critter. It's not a fetus because it's older.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
more developed. So it's
sure.
maybe some kind of creature, some earthly creature. Could be. I mean, I they find like 1,000 new species a year, so it wouldn't be surprising, right?
Yeah, gnomes. They could be real. That's the thing that I've learned from the Mars stuff is that they have uh, people 6 inches or even smaller to
Mm,
about 5 feet tall and very skinny, most of them.
yeah.
And they don't all look like us, but some of them do. Some of them wear hats, light clothes. Some of them are naked near the equator, and the smaller ones tend to be naked more. And I
Mm,
think that some of them are pets or just friends because they're sitting in the lap of one lady, and
yeah.
it's kind of interesting. And there's reptilian on Mars. I have a picture of that. Um, some very hybrid looking, crazy, half animal, half human kind of things on Mars. So there's a bunch of pictures. The 200 set is and that also has the Malcolm Wallace photo of him actually taking the shot, the JFK shot. That's on a site called Deviant Art. It's
Mm,
deviantart.com,
okay.
and you would look up, just punch in the search box my name, Jerry Lehane, JerryLehane, and the number 3, all is one word. Jerry Lehane, 3, one word, and deviantart.com. And that brings you the 200
Okay.
pictures.
I shared this other one, but I guess this is not your website. It's XZRS Jerry Lehane III, The Face of Life on Mars. It's a radio, the X Zone radio show. So I guess you were
Well,
on a radio.
yeah, that was
Is
an
that
interview about 3, no, more than that. How many years ago? That was an interview about 10 years ago. About 10
oh,
years.
all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a show before this show back in the mid 2000s, 2006 or 7, something like that, on Blog Talk Radio. And that was a pretty interesting platform.
Okay, well, that X-Zone guy, he's been doing it for ages, and he's a retired cop in Canada.
Okay.
He's been doing it for just ages, and he has tons and tons of shows. Um,
I'll have to go check
just
that out.
too many shows. Yeah, his name is Rob McConnell. Rob McConnell, and he's in Canada.
You know who I'm having on Friday, don't you?
Go ahead. Who?
Brooks Agnew.
Okay, not familiar.
Okay. I wasn't familiar with him either, but apparently he's been at it for 15 years. And he wrote a book called The Charm of Favor about the Clinton crime family. So he wrote that
Huh.
years ago, I guess, 2017, I think.
Any
Deviant Art.
relation to Spyro Agnew?
No, it's spelled differently. It's NEW at the end instead of NUE. It's NEW. New. Agnew.
Okay.
Let's see. Search. Okay, I gotta search for your name. On Deviant Art.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Jerry Lehane 3, the number 3. And when you get there, you punch on the word deviations or gallery or deviations, whatever comes up, and it should be 200 plus pictures.
Oh, here it is. Okay, I'm gonna pull this down, and I'll share this little link here. I bet maybe one of my mods already put it up, but just in case if they didn't, and I'm gonna put it up on screen here. Let's get that up here.
If you go through and find one that's interesting to you, I'll tell you what I know about it.
All right, we're looking at it right now.
Okay. The first one is eyes. That's here's the problem. Sometimes you get just little bits and pieces in the images because a lot of them overlap. A lot of the images overlap. The second
Sure.
one is a little more wild. It's the Mars Wolf Man, and he is very hairy. He looks like an Aborigine. So I made him in colors, different colors. They're all mostly black and whites when you get them. Um, the third one is imagine an afro-looking man popping his head out of a hole, but his body is a caterpillar body, probably more like the length of a snake. The fourth picture is carvings on the side of a what are those? A crater, because when they have craters, a lot of times the craters on Mars were formerly watering holes when they had water. So those rocks are all softened up when a crater hits them. So they make carvings and carvings of faces, carvings of animals. Um, if you see that lady where it says "Kill JFK,"
Yeah.
that's the mistress of LBJ.
Oh yeah, I've seen
And
her. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, she had a son by LBJ, and supposedly the CIA killed her son, so she spilled the beans on the
Okay.
whole assassination party that went down the night before.
All right. Get
So
back.
who was involved? Nixon was at that party. Also George Bush Sr. He was the CIA guy because Kennedy was trying to get rid of the CIA. So of course
All right.
he was their enemy. Now this one, if you stay on this for a second, it's
Oh, okay.
very blurry. This black and white one,
Yeah.
but that
Blurry.
is showing the size difference between a woman in her midsection. She's sitting down, and if you look where would be her leg, there's a tinier woman standing full from the knees to the top of her head. She's probably 6 inches tall. The woman in the background is probably 2 to 3 feet tall.
I
So
really have a hard time.
sure, I'm
Seeing,
just telling you,
it's just too fuzzy to.
it's too fuzzy. But
to
just keep in mind that I described that because there's other pictures that are more distant that will show you more clearly the size of the bigger woman, but you won't be able to see the tinier people in her lap. But so you keep going, and I'll tell you when to stop with the
Well,
Mars.
I clicked a long time ago. I think that. Oops. Let me go back here.
Okay, here.
Oops. Something went wrong. Uh-oh. Now they want me to join.
Yeah, they want you to join. Okay, so there you go. But you're back. If you go,
some of these pictures, the fuzzy pictures from Mars, I don't know, man. It's hard for me to get on board with any of them.
Well, I hit you with one of the tougher ones. So if you see those squares, see the 9 squares, the kind of color on the side.
Sure.
Go to the one that you see the best, and we'll go from there.
Like that one.
That's a good one. So keep that one in mind. That is one of those type of weird human hybrids where I called him the Mars Screamer. So if you see a face that looks like it's screaming, then that's all I could pull out of the picture, just his face. But he would be what would be like a guard dog on Earth. He would be just barking at you, and probably not much intelligence there, just a barking dog.
I don't see anything there, to be honest with you.
Right.
It's really hard.
Right.
It has to be pretty darn clear for me to see things.
Right. Okay. See the top picture that's of
this one?
Yeah, that one, the first one. Go for that one. That's a girl picture. There's actually 2 girls side by side. But it's just, that's all you can pull out of some of these pictures. And believe me, it takes hours to see them, some of them. And most people will say that it looks like rocks because they can't see anything.
Well, the thing is, rocks are natural. And whenever you're looking at something natural, it can look like something else that's natural. So that's what I try to always keep in mind, because
Right. Well, I didn't give you the background that I'm, like yourself, an artist, but I collected pictures for 50 years of faces from magazines, and I'm just an obsessive person as far as collecting pictures out of books, magazines, things like that. Faces, models, women's magazines, things like that. Okay, and even Sears catalogs when I was little.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Out of those, those
I switched it. Sorry.
Okay, the reptilian is on the bottom. That's going to be hard for you to see, but where it says Mars Opportunity.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. So that's the best I could pull out of a If you remember the cartoon of the Thing in Fantastic Four.
No, I don't remember it. Oh yeah, yes, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what it resembles. It's
made out of rock. He's made out of rock.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Well, that's the best I can describe what that persona looked like. He was not thin like the typical Martians, but now the top one of those pictures is a carving, like See where it says eyes, nose, mouth?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, that's just an enlargement in the yellow picture of just a carving on the side of a crater.
It's like a monkey.
That's a crater wall. Yeah, that's rock carving of a face. Yeah.
Yeah. But, is it a face or is it just, some rock formation that because it's a natural thing, it's going to look like other natural things? That's
Hmm.
what the other thing is if you're seeing something alive on Mars, why would it always be the same color as the rocks? That's what gets me. Yeah.
Oh, they give you black and white photos. That it's all black and white, and then they do use fake coloring. For example, the the images are fake orange. They blur out a lot of the images and they fake orange everything so that it blends in and you can't see details of life.
I'm not
They
sure how to get back to the main page here, so I'm just gonna. Here it
I
is.
I kind of wanted to show you the little ship. It's a tiny flying ship, but you passed it. Okay, now we get to see a tiny woman hiding near a rock. Any of those pictures are
Hmm.
the same thing.
That's an interesting picture.
Yeah, that's not mine. That was somebody else's, and I just put it on my page because it was the most beautiful and well done. The way to get to more pages is at the bottom. I think it says next. Yeah, if you the
Next.
color ones up. Yeah, in other words, it's like pages and pages.
Yeah. Well. Um, hmm.
Oh,
I,
see,
I guess there's some questionable things on here. I'm gonna get out of here.
okay.
Saw some bodacious picture of a woman or something there. I know DeviantArt has some of that kind of stuff on there.
Oh, that one. Yeah, that is the problem with DeviantArt. None of mine are anything deviant, but
Yeah.
if you do go around DeviantArt, yeah, you will see some dangerous posted artwork.
Bring up the Shroud of Turin. Oh, I don't have much to say about the Shroud of Turin, but there it is. I mean, I've heard all kinds of things about that. Oh, it's blood. No, it's paint. No, it's blood. No, it's paint. I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. Hard to hard to get at the truth in that one.
The chronovisor. Have
Yeah,
you seen the picture from the chronovisor of
right.
Jesus? Do you see that?
Well, I saw the one it's allegedly supposed to be, yeah, but it also
Exactly.
looks just like a wooden sculpture too. So that's yeah. I'm not sure if they'd let real pictures from the chronovisor out. I just don't think that they would. So I think those are fakes. Who knows? Who knows, right?
Yeah, yeah. You never know.
But they need to. Well, we need to get Andy in there so he can declassify it, so we can get our history straight. And those darn Mars rovers, they've caught so many anomalies that people think are animals. Why don't they circle back around, just like Peppermint Patty likes to do, or says she's going to do, and send the rovers over to check them out from a different angle? I mean, you'd
It,
solve a mystery one way or
it's the
the other.
it's the military. They they do have the ability. I distinctively or distinctly mentioned that they should have motion detectors so that they could get pictures of anything that approached the
Mhm.
rovers. So any people or animals would get their picture taken, and typically they get a red laser in their eyes. 1980s video tech red laser in the eyes,
Mhm.
um, focusing beam. Um, so it looks like candid camera, and you know that they're alive if they're facing the camera because they've just been hitting the eyes with lasers and they look like deer in the headlights. But no, the military doesn't want this knowledge out because they just want to keep everything secret. People on the moon secret because that's mostly military.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you get all kinds of different sources, like John Lear, who just died recently, who said that there were millions of people on Mars, but he never mentioned that they were all different sizes. So he has his bit of knowledge, and everybody has little pieces of the puzzle to add to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, very interesting stuff. So if you're curious, go check him out on DeviantArt and check out, just to Google him, Jerry Lehan 3 or the third.
Yeah.
Not the turd, the third. And then maybe something will come up and you'll get entertained by it or learn something. There you go. Well, Jerry, we're past our 2-hour mark, so we're a little bit over here. I like to try to keep the show around 2 hours. We've got about 15 minutes over already.
Well,
So
I'm glad I didn't put you to sleep.
no, you didn't put me to sleep. It was a very interesting conversation. I appreciate you calling in, and feel free to call in again sometime.
Okay, will do. Thanks a lot. See ya.
All right, take care. All right, friends. Well, we did it again. We spent some time together. Episode 173. We spent time together. Why? Because we're just downrange of strange, where the outrageous is contagious, and the paranormal is the new normal. Yes. And I'm just leaving a little message here. So now on Friday, Brooks Agnew, 8 p.m. Central Time. That's where we're going to have Brooks Agnew on. He wrote one of several books. One of them is called Charm of Favor. It's about the rise of the Clinton crime family. It's very interesting. So check that out and check out his other stuff. He's been at this for like 15 years and he's a trooper. Brooks Agnew. Go check him out. And he'll be here on Friday. So be there or be square. We'll see you all on Friday. Remember, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we're just downrange of strange, where the outrageous is contagious. And then paranormal is always a new normal. So keep that camera trained to the sky so you can take a picture of that UFO. And come on to the Truth Quest and talk about it. Until then, peace in.